Hey yo, what's good with everybody? Today we have a special video that was well needed. If you play on controller, then this video is for you. In this video, I will help you get better mechanics, and I'll also share important tips along the way. Editing, building, aiming, and basic handling overall. Everything will be broken down separately. If you keep watching this video, I guarantee that you will learn something. You'll go from playing like this to this. Also, don't be afraid to hit that sub button. If you do, you'll become one of the fizzy pops. And they're all seeking improvement and nothing but that. Straight positive vibes. We all want to learn. That's it. And if you're the same way, don't be afraid to hit that sub button. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Have you ever struggled to tap the buttons on your controller because you felt like they were too spaced apart? If so, then most likely you have bad hand placement. And this could go a couple of ways, because everybody has different binds. Whether you play claw, non-claw, paddles, double claw, everybody's binds are different. And if you don't consistently grip your controller the exact same way every time you play, most likely you will just be messing up your muscle memory. And if you had your hand placement wrong to begin with, you're bound to mess up regardless. So let me explain. I'm going to use my hand cam for this one. By the way, I'm going to break down 4 different versions of this: claw, double claw, non-claw, and paddles. And I recommend you follow along with what you already do. First of all, let me break down the difference in comfort. For more control, you would have 2 fingers at the top, no matter what side it is. Either way it goes, you will have more control. Having 1 index finger on either side provides more control, but that comes at a cost because it cuts your mechanics in half, because you have less accessibility. And that's only because you have 2 fingers to make up for 4 buttons. And that's when having 2 fingers on your buttons come into play. You can access more of your buttons and tap more of them at a time. And that way you'll be more consistent with your mechanics. But this provides less control. You won't be able to grip your controller as much. And we also have the claw grip. Your fingers reach over your controller, that way you can access the D-pads and the face buttons, and that way nothing will be out of range for you. But like I said before, you won't be as fast mechanically because you will have 2 fingers to make up for 4 buttons all over again. You have to decide based on what you play on. Do you have paddles? Do you not have paddles? Do you play claw? Do you play double claw? Do you play one-handed claw? Are you non-claw? Ask yourself this first. Me personally, I play claw. Because I play claw, I would like to have more control on my right side because all of my face buttons are on this side. So of course my right side would be claw. For my left side, I would like to have more mechanics. Of course, I could have more control by having 1 finger right here, and I'll have more support in the back for my paddles. But I notice my mechanics, like my building and editing, are way faster if I use 2 fingers. So I decided to use 2 fingers on my left side, and that way I'll still have fast mechanics. And I also confirm my edits on this side too. And if I was trying to confirm and build cones and ramps with this 1 finger, I would be making it way harder than it needed to be. But to be honest, it still goes off what you prefer, because some people can play claw with their fingers on these 2, and they can still go down and tap these face buttons. Once again, we have left hand claw, you have double claw, right hand claw. If you play double singulars, you can tap these buttons at the top with no problem, and you will have more control over your paddles. If you play double doubles, you will be faster mechanically placing and editing your builds, but it would be slightly harder to tap these paddles in the back. And of course, you can always mix it up. Singular doubles, singular claw on either side, and you should pick whichever one is more comfortable for you. The more comfortable you are, the faster you will get things done. Next up is changing your sense. Let's talk about editing, because editing is a big factor with having good mechanics. If you don't know how to edit, you can't piece. You're going to get stuck in your boxes. You won't be able to make small adjustments to free yourself. You won't be able to edit on your opponent properly, and you'll think that free building is hard. But luckily, I have a fix. Most likely is your settings. And I'm not going to say anything cliche like copy my settings or you'll be better. No, nothing like that. What I want you to do is realize that there is a yo-yo push and pull effect that you need to take advantage of. And you get that yo-yo effect with your dead zone and your edit sense and your build sense. If they're aligned properly, then you have a higher chance of being more consistent. My dead zone is on 15, and my build is on 2.1, and my edit is on 2.4. But to me, it's completely comfortable. I'm not slow, not even a little bit. I can do everything I need to do mechanically. There is no letdowns and there is no jet lag. At first, I believed that having my dead zone low, like on 5, was good for me. But sometimes you do need that extra slack. Now I'm going to put my dead zone on 5, and I want you to look at this ring. I'm going to move my right analog stick a little bit, and watch what happens. When the yellow circle goes outside the blue circle, that's when my build and edit sense is activated. At that point, I'm going to move, and there's no doubt about it. And of course, I'm going to move at whatever speed they're set at. So if it's really fast, I'm going to automatically move extremely fast as soon as I move. And that could be perfectly fine for some players out there. They don't care about the extra speed. But of course, with more speed comes less control. And when it comes down to editing and building, you will be faster, of course, but you'll also have less control because it's instantly reacting. And if it's like that, it's way harder to measure where you're going to start and where you're going to end off at. But let's say I have my dead zone between 12 and 16. This is where you want it to be at. Now that my dead zone is on 12, as I slightly move my analog stick, I have more room to work with. You see how I'm not fully filling up the whole entire area? I can even stay in the blue if I wanted to. And I have a decent amount of control over my max output. And the only thing I'm doing is pushing up on my analog stick. And if I were to move around, I would also be using my sense. And I also have more room to work with. I'm not filling out the circle as easy. The only way I fill out the circle is if I wanted to. I can stay right here and I won't even touch it. But me personally, I like to have more control. In other words, I like to have more restriction over my sense. My dead zone is high, which means my sense has somewhat of a delayed response. And if you look at my edit sense and my build sense, they're pretty high. My sense and my dead zone is very compatible. I can flick my analog stick up right now. Now let me cut down my dead zone. Do you see how I'm overshooting now? If it was higher, I would have more control and I can stop directly on a dime. And more importantly, when it's time for me to swipe up and down for my edits, I'll have more control. When I flick up and down, it'll be more stable versus me having low dead zone. I can't bounce back and do multiple edits. I won't have that yo-yo effect that I did that allows me to bounce back into the same area that I was in. That's the only downside. So keep that in mind. It's way harder to recover from after you do a flick. And to be honest, you can have your build on whatever, but your edit sense needs to be higher, at least 2.3 and up. Don't believe me? Try it out for 3 days and you'll find out that stacking multiple edits are way easier. I'm pretty sure that every controller player knows that editing ramps is not easy. For us, it's a little more challenging, but recently I found a way to get better with it. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do to get used to editing them. Basically, all you have to do is put a wall and a ramp, edit the ramp going forward, edit the wall, and repeat. You can also do this on the right side with the ramps going backwards. Select and hold this ramp and flick it backwards. Look back up for this wall and edit it going down. As you walk up, put the ramp, grab the ramp the same way, look up for that wall, flick down, and just repeat. And last but not least, you want to box up. Select your ramp, walk up, flick it behind you, and let go. And continue to do this with each side. Just practice maneuvering around inside your box with this ramp. And that way, when you get stuck and somebody's on this wall trying to like get in, you can just flip it backwards because you're used to doing that. And what you want to do is practice these a lot. The more you do them, the more comfortable you'll be with editing ramps. Don't forget to use code Frizzy in the Fortnite item shop before purchasing any cosmetic items. I appreciate you if you're about to use it and if you're already using it. Thank you very much for the support. If you don't have good muscle memory when building and editing, then you won't be as consistent. And I know half of y'all are thinking about it wrong. When I say muscle memory, I mean consistent patterns that you do every single time when you get to a specific situation. And that's how you get muscle memory with mechanics. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. And we're going to go into piece. I know usually you would put them on all, but I recommend you to find a single one that you want to work on and then pick that one. For this one, we're going to use 5. But basically, you want to start off and end this fight the exact same way every single time. So when I edit this wall, I'm going to edit from this square all the way up to this square. I'm going to release it, put a ramp, and I'm going to go from the top of this part right here, bring it down. Then I'm going to release my edit at its head and then shoot. Then I'm going to edit same way, but I'm going to put the ramp to my right side. Then I'm going to edit this the exact same way I did over here, which was top part done, confirm, put a ramp, drag, let go ahead, and shoot. And then when you're doing this, you want to do the exact same thing every single time. So put a wall, put these walls, put this wall, put a ramp, edit it going back to me, release, go for a headshot. Edit this wall like this, put this ramp like this, edit it going to my right, open up from this side, put a ramp, edit, release on head. Put a ramp, put a triple edit, go into my right side, edit this wall from top to bottom, jump up, put a cone, another cone, wall, click this peanut butter, and shoot. Same thing on this side. I edit from top to bottom, firm jump up, put 2 cones, do a peanut butter. But to be honest, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of y'all. If you made it this far, I love you. Shout out to every single one of y'all. I got like 6 more videos lined up for y'all. They're going to be way better than this one. I guarantee you that one. It's about different things that you probably would never even think about. So stay tuned. I don't know what time it is for y'all. I don't know when I'm gonna post this. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So whenever you see this, good morning, good afternoon, good night, have a good day, have a good afternoon. I don't know. Anyways, thank y'all for the love and support. Peace out and bye. Applesauce.